All right, let's see what you thought about hippophobia. Let's see, let's go with Shanna, start. While she's writing hers up, who can tell me, you have any idea about what a hippophobia is? Do you know any part of that, Adriana?
I think it's when you're scared of hippos.
Okay, what part of it makes you feel scared of? Like,
Because,
have a sense of that?
Sometimes phobia means scared and then hippo.
Okay, so you're thinking that the PHOBIA part has to do with scared. Got it? Okay. And the other part, because we're familiar with it being part of hippopotamus, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What are you thinking, Sawyer?
Fear of horses.
You're saying fear of horses. Now, what makes you say that?
Because in hippopotamus means water horse. And I'm pretty sure it's like the potamus part that means water. And it's the hippo part that, because in hippocampus, that's like a seahorse too.
Uh-huh. Very good. Did you learn that from our podcast?
Yeah.
Isn't that neat? Why don't you come up and put your hypothesis up, Sawyer?
Okay.
So, our first hypothesis is HIP plus PO plus PHOBIA. I'm looking forward to hearing what you think about these choices. Oh, Sawyer's looking at this as like a compound word, all right, with two bases. All right, Cora, what do you think? Wow, look at that. All right, so yeah, that wouldn't be the first time that came up today, that someone saw this and thought that this vowel would force the doubling, and that might be an explanation of this spelling. Interesting. Jude, what are you thinking?
Well, my word sum was HIP, same, and then add the like P thing,
Okay.
and then plus O plus P, PHOB, cross off the EIA.
Oh. All right, come on up and do that one. I think that because all of three of these are the same, we need to consider something different. We need at least to consider it, right? Because all of what I'm hearing is making sense. You are no longer just clapping things out and calling that a word sum, are you?
That is one.
You really are using what you are understanding about words. All right, I'd love to know what everybody thinks about this idea that Jude has. What do you think, Sharis?
I think that that's correct because PHOBE can be like, I think that's like a base because it can be, or like because it can be its own word, like, or like how is fob spelled? Like a key fob?
FOB.
Yeah.
I love how you're thinking, though. I love where you're going with that. Okay, so you're wondering, you're thinking this does make sense because perhaps this could be a final base in a word. How do we know for sure? What is a test we could come up with? How did we prove it over here that this was going to be a base separate of the O? What can we do over here to prove that this is a base separate of that? Or disprove it, one or the other? What do you think? Misty?
You go deeper.
You go deeper. What does that mean?
You investigate the word.
All right, we could just go to an etymological resource right away, but I'm thinking there's something we can do even before we get there.
Like add a different like suffix.
Can we add a different suffix? Can we add a different suffix? Instead of hippophobia, can you think of a different suffix we could put on there? Shanna?
Is hippophobic or like phobic a word?
Yes, absolutely. If I say he is hippophobic, now I'm using it as an adjective.
Like in claustrophobic.
I'm describing, right, claustrophobic, right? I bet you've heard some of these versions other than this one. You probably heard other ones. Today, earlier, somebody came up with the word germaphobe. Somebody's a germaphobe, and they knew right there that the base didn't even need a suffix. Could just be right there. But yes, I think I see. So how would you alter this if you were going to make it hippophobic? Shanna, what would you do?
You would take away the I, A, and N, I, C.
Absolutely. So that really does give us evidence that this is a base and that the IA, just like an IC, would be a suffix. Really nicely done. Sawyer.
What about the hippo part though?
Yeah, what about the hippo part? What we need to decide though is the O a connecting vowel? Is the base HIP or is the base HIPP? Now, what is going to be a sure way that we find that out? At this point, we've done a lot of discussing about it and we've come up with some really great ideas. What do we do next?
Well, I have it right here.
Okay, what do you got there?
Says hippo is Greek hippos, horse.
Spell that. From Greek, hippos?
Hippos.
Hippos. So if it comes from Greek, Hippos. And I bet that is denotation of horse? Yep. Okay. Go back to our work at the beginning of the year when we were looking at all the layers of the atmosphere. What were the Greek bases we were finding? Did we not find thermos?
Oh yeah.
What else did we find besides thermos? Mesos. Bios. Lithos. Geos. I think that one is one we didn't find exactly, but Sam? Hydros. What do all of them have in common? OS, Greek suffix. So, if we remove an OS Greek suffix,
I got mine right. Yeah.
but is the P being doubled here? No. The base is simply HIPP. Did we come up with some great thinking? Absolutely. And the only way to solve it for sure was to go to a resource, which we had out and available, and to combine it with what else we knew. Even if we had just found this, we would have wondered. But then we could go back to what our work we've already done. This just all keeps building. Yes, Misty.
So I was wondering, like, does that mean hippophobia means fear of horses?
It does.